Hello.
Is there a reason you're standing here at the church?
Yeah, to tell people that babies are being murdered and...
No, we are all pro-life.
Well, I know that. That's why I'm here. That's why we're here. But the question is...
You're trying to tell somebody who isn't. That's what you need to be.
Well, I'm asking people who are pro-life to come out to where their neighbors are being murdered. Because I've been out there during the week and that sidewalk's empty. The woman over here, Miss Deborah, she's out there by herself. That's why I'm here in the city, because she's almost always out there by herself. Except for some Catholics.
That's just a message to the church and ask them to put it in the bulletin. Let them know you're there. If you have something already organized, then people can just join you.
But most won't.
This looks radical. This looks...
Well, I need to be radical because...
No, but you're turning people away.
No.
And if you want people to be with you, do it in an organized way.
This is organized.
This looks like you're an abortionist.
I'm showing people what a murdered baby looks like, hoping they'll have compassion.
We know that. Everybody at this place knows that.
But what are they doing about it? Are they coming out to where they're being murdered?
Well, a lot of people send in a lot of money to help.
Well, do they pay other people to obey God for them? You can't just throw money, it's good to give money to people.
Not everybody's listening.
What?
Not everyone is. You don't know the circumstances of an individual. They may not be able to do what you specifically ask.
Most people are able to go out to the abortion mill. They just choose not to because they don't want to.
And how do you know that?
Because I've been to the abortion mills, man, for years, and the sidewalks are almost always empty or near empty. So I know people aren't coming out there.
Well, I just think a calmer way of doing it and standing here with your loudspeaker is the way to go. You filming me high.
Well, man, we've been doing this. Babies have been murdered for 48 years. There's not one state where children are protected. I think the way that we've been doing it is wrong. That's why I'm not doing it the way the pro-life movement does it, because they're making sure that babies get murdered.
I gotta go.
Please,
Anyway, God bless you.
we need to abolish abortion, ma'am. We gotta stop regulating it.
We are all for that.
We need to abolish it, ma'am. What's that? Yeah. Well, no, that's why we're here, because... Well, but most people do nothing about it. I know, because I've been doing this for years. Well, maybe, I've talked to a couple. What? Well, all I know is I've been here for a week and a half, and she's out there by herself.
We're in church.
Well, I'm not saying come out there now, because they're not open now. They're not murdering babies now that I know of.
Where do you go to church?
I'm a Christian. I'm a traveling street preacher. I go to church in a lot of different places. I'm part of the church. I am the church, right? It's not a building.
You're not talking about universal church. You're talking about what church you attend.
Well, I have a home fellowship in Wisconsin, but I'm on the road a lot, so I had to find fellowship in different places where I'm traveling.
Okay.
Well, I just think you're barking at the wrong
Church. We support it. We do it. We go all over the place. We actually do what you're doing.
Pray against it. We go to the clinic.
Do you have any idea how many people here go to the abortion mill?
No.
Any idea? What's that?
They can't sometimes because they work.
I understand that, but Saturdays most people don't work, right? Saturdays most people don't work. I was out there.
It depends on what your job asks you to do, right?
But I hope you can understand how grievous it is that she's out there by her. What's that?
This church, you need to go to churches that don't do it. This church does it.
Well, I don't go to pro-abort.
You're making a comment about the church itself. The pastor preaches to go there.
Well, that's good. Does anybody listen to him?
Huh?
Does he go out there himself?
Well, yeah, he goes out there himself, and so does the other pastors go out there too.
Okay, I haven't seen him. And Miss Deborah. Well, no, I'm not. So that's why I don't assume that.
There's a schedule. If you go to 40 Days for Life, there's a schedule, and you get on the schedule because you don't want to have 40 people there.
I'd love to have 1,000 people there. There should be 1,000 people there every minute of every day when they're murdering.
You're not going to get 1,000 people.
Well, I know, because most people don't obey God. Most people are lost in their sin.
Yeah, we got to go. I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm blessed. Children are being murdered. They need help.
Okay.
Do you know where they're being murdered?
Yes.
Do you ever go out there?
No.
May I ask why?
Just haven't seen the need to go.
Well, I mean,
we're involved.
people are being murdered.
We're involved with the pregnancy.
But that does nothing to rescue like babies, their mothers who are going to these abortion mills. I mean, the need is pretty obvious. People are being murdered. When you know when and where people are being murdered, little children. I mean, if that's a need right there. Men should go there to rescue babies from being murdered. She's out there by herself. So I mean, I'm not sure. I don't know how anyone could not see a need to do that. What's that? Well, but we need more than prayer. We need prayer and action. I mean, people.
Yeah. Are you aware
It's
that
not just a ministry.
You go here to Valley?
No, but she used to go for like 15 years.
Okay.
Well, Valley does have a ministry here. Are we on camera by chance?
Yeah.
We participate with what we need to for our ministry.
But man, why is she out there by herself at the abortion, rescuing babies? Well, you can answer why you're not out there. I mean, I came.
We're not supposed to judge each other.
Well, actually, we are judge righteously. I came here to Bakersfield because I saw her out there by herself, and I was wondering where are the churches, where are the men in that city. I've been out to the sidewalk at Family Planning Associates, and there's nobody that comes out. Almost nobody.
This would what I would recommend to as a Christian, whether it be today, go to the front desk and ask to speak to a pastor. They will speak on behalf of Valley Baptist, and they will give you the information that you need. Because I think you've been misinformed about what the different individuals from Valley Baptist do. And you have a blessed day.
Well, just ask yourself why you won't come out to the abortion mill. She needs help. This is your sister. Help! They're being murdered. Well, please look. This is your preborn neighbor. Look. Does it bother you that we're doing this to children? Does it bother you? This is your neighbor in need. Don't be indifferent, sir. Don't be indifferent. Don't be indifferent while babies are being murdered, sir. This is your neighbor. This is your neighbor, sir. How long will you allow babies to be murdered on your watch, sir? This is your neighbor, sir. You're not loving your neighbor when you're letting him get murdered. Please repent of allowing babies to be murdered, sir. These are your neighbors. These are your neighbors, sir. How long will you let babies get murdered, sir? Man, this is happening to children right here in Bakersfield. Does it bother you? Does it bother you? This is your preborn neighbor. Your preborn neighbors need help. And most people who claim to be Christians in the city do nothing. They do nothing.
I don't.
Well, what actions are you taking?
And I don't tell anybody that I believe in it. And I've told people that I thought they were doing the wrong thing.
Well, do you ever come out to the abortion mill where babies are being murdered?
No, I've never been there because
Well, well, the fact that it's horrible, you should be there, man, because they're murdering people there. There's only...
I want to be where there's murder.
What?
Why would I want to be what's murder?
Because God commands it. He says to deliver those who are being taken away to death, to hold back those who are staggering to the slaughter. It's not an option, it's a command of Scripture. And most people who claim to be Christians do nothing, see? Ma'am, don't be indifferent to their sufferings. Don't be indifferent, look. Please look. This is your neighbor, 2500 8th Street. Your neighbors are being massacred. And most of the people who say they're Christians do nothing about it. That's why you should come out, ma'am. That's why you should rescue these babies from being murdered. True and undefiled religion in the sight of our God and Father is to visit orphans in their distress. No one's in more distress than the baby being butchered on your watch, with the permission of the churches, with the permission of the people of God. We're just like the people in Nazi Germany. This is your neighbor, sir. People are being murdered.
Oh yeah, I'm like totally anti-abortion.
So what are you doing with that opinion?
I don't know.
Do you know what to do?
Tell people it's wrong. Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess I'd say whenever I get an opportunity, I let people know not to do it. And just kind of like life is valuable, you know?
Well, do you know there are places in your city where they murder people, murder children?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I don't know if that's the most effective way. I appreciate what you're doing, but
Well-
I don't know if that's really the way to change somebody's heart, in my opinion. I mean, like I said, maybe it is. Maybe it does change somebody.
Well-
but that's probably just like not the way I would do it.
Well, but you don't have to hold a sign, just come out. This
Yeah.
woman's out there by herself because the churches don't want to do anything. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I don't know if I agree with like the method. I mean,
Don't do it our way, dude. Do it your way, but come out to where they're murdering babies.
Yeah.
Wait, 2500 H Street, Family Planning Associates, and Planned Parenthood. You don't have to hold a sign. You don't have to do what we're doing. Just come out in obedience to God.
Yeah.
Because that sidewalk is, if it weren't for her, that sidewalk would usually be empty.
Yeah.
Over 350,000 people in the city. That's inexcusable.
Yeah.
It really
but they're
is.
but the same message that you're doing, they're preaching that in there. You know.
But
Like,
but they're not putting it into action. Because I don't think that anybody here goes out there because I haven't seen them.
I think this is more of like a heart issue just for somebody, and so like to address it like this, like to, I mean, I appreciate what you're doing, because I mean, action needs to be taken, and however like we felt led to take that action is what you think it should look like. But I just think that this is a heart issue, and so like with any kind of like legal action that we take to like stop it, I think that people are still going to do it, and so you have to, before you can tell them this is wrong, they need Jesus to know that this is wrong, because they don't know the value of or life. It doesn't start here. It starts with Jesus, and if once they accept that, then they know that this is wrong.
Sir, I met professing Christians at the abortion mill this week. They said, I'm Christian, I follow Jesus, and they still went in to murder the babies. They worked on the building.
Yeah.
I mean, so what you're saying is it's actually like,
I would say that they probably don't really believe.
well, yeah, but I mean, you have people who say that, like, I'm a Christian, they go in to murder the babies. We have to reach them, even if they're not saved, we have to reach them, because you can't always save a murderer before you rescue the person they're murdering.
Yeah.
And people say that, but they're wrong.
Yeah.
We need Christians to go out there to rescue babies. She should not be out there by herself.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here in the city, because she's out there by herself.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
It's wrong.